Today, I effed up by destroying a $1,600 laptop, which cost me $65,000, a year of my life, and possibly ruining my entire career. OKOP. This is OKOP. I'm Samuel Donner.
And I'm John Frye.
And we all are funniest stars on the internet. John, what is the most expensive thing you've ever broken?
It didn't fully break, but one time I was in drumline in high school. And it was actually a terrible day because I thought we were like doing this like trip away at a later date, but it was that day. So I made us like an hour late. I was the sole person on a bus of 50 people. Like it made us late. And in addition to that, after we got there, after I'm finally like, okay, like I'm over the anxiety and like, you know, beating myself up for making us all late. I was playing the fourth biggest bass drum we had, which is about like almost 3+ feet tall.
Oh my goodness.
I hit it in the stands and like bleachers, and it fell over and smacked somebody.
Oh my God.
On the head, and like it definitely got some dents in it, but it didn't like the key was for it not to crack. And so luckily it didn't crack, but
how was the cracking of that kid's head?
Luckily they were okay. I guess it didn't like. The good news is it's actually not super heavy. It's like most
just massive,
hollow, but it's just so massive. So it's like terrifying to have this like giant like huge thing just fall on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that definitely doesn't sound good, and I'm glad you didn't fully break it. For me, I scratched my roommate's car and that was rough.
But I felt bad because poor like Sam doesn't usually drive. And like
I ride my bike everywhere.
They're just like cosmetic scratches, so it wasn't a big deal. But poor Sam was literally just like going through it. And you know, it was just a few scratches. Like I've actually ripped off my entire bumper.
No.
But the good news is Honda Civics are literally built like a Lego. So I was able to snap it back in place, and I have done no fixing whatsoever, and you wouldn't even notice.
What?
Yep.
Okay, dude, shout out to Honda.
Salute to Hondas.
I have a story about things that actually did break for good. Today, I effed up by destroying a $1,600 laptop, which cost me $65,000, a year of my life, and possibly ruining my entire career. So about 6 months ago, I was in the library studying for the hardest test of my first year of medical school.
Already off to a bad start.
I had a cup of water that I was drinking without a lid, of course. And after a sip, I tried to set it back down, but it slipped out of my hand and spilled all over my laptop. I turned the laptop upside down and got napkins to try to soak up the water, but my battery is not removable without taking out the bottom of the laptop. So I just shut it off and hoped for the best. I left it off for a few hours, hopefully let all the water dry, but alas, the computer was fried.
No!
I was pissed because I had splurged on an MSI GT72 Dominator, which was amazing and cost me way too much money. I spent all day taking it apart trying to dry it out, but I'm pretty sure the motherboard has severe electric damage, so it was a complete day wasted. I still had a test to study for, which was only a week away, so I had to go to Walmart and buy a cheap 11-inch Chromebook to hold me over until my replacement laptop came in the mail, which 11 inches is small as heck.
That is super. It's like an iPad with a keyboard.
My school has a testing service that we install on our laptops that allows us to be able to take tests on them. So I installed it on my tiny Chromebook and thought I was ready for the test. All right. You know, this $1,600 fried laptop isn't going to stop me from taking the most important test of my career. But here comes the major F up.
Oh, no.
This test was 4 hours long, and I barely finished in time. After we submit our tests, we are able to instantly review and are shown our right or wrong answers. I'm going through mine. It's looking okay, not getting everything right, but I'm thinking, I'm looking pretty good. Then I get to a question that doesn't seem to have the right answer provided. And I think, what the F? And start looking at it more closely at the answer options. It's then that I see the answer option box. It's then I see the answer options box has the ability to scroll down. and I see that there are 10 possible answers. We had never had 10 possible answers before on any exam. And since my computer screen was so teeny tiny, I had only seen 5 and assumed they were all there.
No.
So I ended up getting half of those questions wrong because when I answered them, I didn't even see the right answer on my screen. And I emailed some people, but got no help and basically was told, too bad, you suck. Takes about a week for our final scores to be calculated and released. I knew it was going to be close when I finally got them back, but I saw the worst news I could possibly see.
No.
I had failed by half of 1%. Half of 1%.
Half a percent.
Oh man, that is some terrible news. If you want to be consoled, join our Patreon and our Patreon only Discord server, and we'll make sure to give you the love that you deserve. I had a meeting with a committee where they told me that because the class was so long, that I wouldn't be able to just retake the test during the summer, which is the normal protocol for someone who fails a class. But I'd have to repeat the entire first year.
For 0.5%.
For 0.5%.
I am smacking someone with my tiny ass laptop.
So yeah, pretty crappy. Since this will go on my transcript, it makes me less competitive when applying to residencies, which is where like you go after you finish your pre-med stuff. So I basically can say goodbye to any of the ultra competitive specialties like dermatology or plastic surgery.
I didn't know plastic surgery was so competitive.
Oh, dude, it is because those people make money.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Think of all the movie stars. And just to be clear, I am no way blaming the test or my computer or anyone but myself for this. I realize this is entirely my fault, and I should have known that the answers weren't there, and it's my fault that I spilled the water on my computer. But what I am saying is if I had just a bigger screen, I wouldn't have screwed up as much as I did. And I am sad.
That is beyond tragic.
And for a test that means so much to you, like
so much,
dude, that's rough. I honestly like that. I'm glad that I feel like no longer do I feel like any one project or deadline that I have in my life will govern my life. But like, I remember back in, college and high school, it was like, this next test will determine the whole career in life from going forward. And it was a lot more scary, but it gets better. Yeah. Unless you're a doctor or a lawyer.
Yeah. All you guys, you're all screwed, but everyone else, like, it's also hilarious because like it all matters like 0% now, I would say, like.
Yeah. Unless you're a doctor or a lawyer.
Yeah. Again, you guys totally screwed, but everyone else, it's go time.
Yeah. But regardless if you're a doctor or a lawyer or just a regular person, you know what you should do to make yourself feel better?
Oh my goodness. Join our wonderful family on Patreon.
Patreon, we have a Discord server where people can chat, love each other, ask questions to John and me. And if you want to join, make sure to join our Patreon.
That's right. And join the ranks of Casey, Xenophorius, Devine, Muhammad, Amanda, Will, Connor, Desiree, Keegan, and the OG Catholic Wiggly.